Today I thought I'll share with you a little bit more on what is Sanskrit language, because Sanskrit is something that I've come to learn over time in yoga, and the meaning is very deep, which is something I'm trying to grasp as well. So if you already know Sanskrit, then please perhaps one day teach me as well so that I can improve. So earlier I've shared with you before a little bit on what is Om. Then Om is in Sanskrit, and it is actually not just in yoga that Sanskrit appeared. In fact, I found that in Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism as well, and even Sikhism also has Sanskrit being used. And apart from religious usage, modern languages, and there are also other languages that have borrowed words from Sanskrit because of culture. So there are words that are being introduced in the languages, such as Spanish, Telugu, it's a language in India, Chinese, Thai language, Sri Lanka language, Indonesian languages, and even English as well. So how did Sanskrit come about? Where did it origin from? So it is believed that Sanskrit is a language spoken by the gods, meaning that the gods communicated and spoke to each other in Sanskrit language. It isn't created by human. Then it is then from the gods, it is then passed on to sages that live in celestial abodes. Sages are called rishis in Sanskrit. And then these sages taught people who lived on earth, earthly disciples. And then from there, the Indo-Aryans, also known as Indo-Iranians or Indo-European people, they brought the language into India when they settled down in India's north region during the Indus Valley time. This time was early period. I believe it's like BCE times. Because from there, then later on, Sanskrit was found to have written records. So the Indo-Aryans, they left behind 4 Vedic books that were all recorded in Sanskrit. Actually, no one knows exactly when Sanskrit was founded, because the early Sanskrit was actually all orally transmitted, meaning it was just spoken. There wasn't any system of writing. It was only later on, about 400 BCE, that the system of writing was standardized and developed into today's Sanskrit that Indian Sanskrit scholars learn. So if we do a comparison, right, how does Sanskrit compare to, let's say, the English language? So to have a better idea, Sanskrit is actually much more vast and expressive than what the English language is capable of expressing. Why? This is because in English language there are 26 alphabets from A to Z, whereas in Sanskrit there are 52. So it's almost double. And not just that, among vowels, between vowels, English has 5, A, E, I, O, U. But in Sanskrit, there are 16 vowels. So there are actually much more ways to express ideas, concepts in Sanskrit than English. So actually English does not do a very good translation of all the Sanskrit words, but it's what I've learned, and it's better than nothing. So to give an idea, Earth itself, there are 65 words that Sanskrit has to describe planet Earth. Then as for rainfall itself, there are 250 words. And for water, there are 67 words. And what I found is that even the very important feeling called love, in English there is just one word to express love, and it's called love. In Sanskrit, what I've read is that there are 100 over words to express this important emotion. There are many different kinds of love, all in different Sanskrit words. So it is just an example of how vast and complex this system of communication is. And not only is Sanskrit very vast, Sanskrit is also very pure in its expression. When it means this, it just means this. It is not diluted. It is not mixed in expression. And it's also very precise. When it means this, it really means this. It is not broad, but it is precise. Then it is a very tough language to learn. Perhaps it may even need our whole lifetime of labor to fully comprehend the Sanskrit language. But I think that the more, for me, I find that the more I learn about it, it actually draws and attracts me to learn even more, and it keeps me on a never-ending learning curve, and it helps me a lot in developing myself. So I hope you found this useful. I'll share more yoga concepts with you next time. Okay, see you. Bye.